All right, guys. I'm going to tell you right up front. I'm going to tell you three things in this story that, in a way, go in Brian Laundrie's favor that are going to piss you off if you're following this case. Am I on Brian's side? No. I 100% am on Gabby's side, and I hope Gabby's family wins their lawsuit against the Laundrie family. But I gotta tell the truth if you're gonna tell a story, you need to tell the story the true way. You need to tell the facts of the story, and there's three facts that are going around that are freaking bullshit and aren't true at all in this case. And all these things go in Brian's favor. Let me explain them, and then it'll make more sense to you guys. But if you're one of those people that get mad as soon as you've already got mad and you left, well, good riddance. We didn't really want you here anyway. But let me explain the things. The first thing, and I've started seeing this today. I've never seen this one till today, but I started seeing this today. People were saying that this road trip they went on, this van life road trip that they were going on. If you guys don't know what a van life is, maybe this is the first time you ever heard of Gabby. It's where you stay in your van and you travel to different places and you blog it on your like YouTube channel or your blog or something, and you keep track of it by posting pictures where you're at and different things you see along the way as you're in your van sleeping every night, and you're traveling. That's what you're doing. It's basically traveling in a van. But there's been so many people coming out today and saying that Gabby didn't want to do this. It was Brian that wanted to do the van life. That is bullshit. This is bullshit. That's not true. That's so far off that it's sad that people were even saying that. Gabby wanted to do this. Gabby bought the van. It was Gabby's van that they set up for this trip. It was Gabby that had a YouTube channel. It was Gabby that wanted to go on this trip. Not Brian. Brian just went because he was with Gabby. So, I don't know why people all of a sudden are saying Gabby didn't want to go on this trip. Like, this is not something she wanted to do. What? And this is just coming out like in the last day or two. It's like, really? That's not true. It's just not fucking true. Okay, so here's the next part. And this part pisses people off, and I've talked about it before, but I'm going to talk about it in this one. And it's probably going to piss people off again, and I just really don't care. If you're going to tell the story, you got to tell the facts, not what you want your fans to hear every single time, or whatever made-up story there is out there. Because what does that gain you? Is your subscribers won't trust you because you're telling bullshit. So, here's the next thing. So, Gabby's family are suing the police department for not doing anything the day that their incident happened. You guys have all seen it. Their videos are still out there. You can go see the videos. What they would have done? Like, literally. So, most people were thinking, well, what the cops would have did was should have arrested Brian and sent Gabby on her way. That was not what was going to happen, people. Gabby admitted to being the person that started it. Literally. She admitted to being the person that started it with Brian. Gabby would have been the one that went to jail if they would have did something that day. Not Brian. It would have been Gabby. Because she admitted to starting it. She admitted to being the aggressive one in that. Whether you like it or not, Gabby would have went to jail. Would it have helped? Maybe. Maybe it would have. Maybe it would have been a good thing because they would have been separated for a while. So, yes, it might have been a good thing. But let's tell the story how the story would have played out. Let's not tell the story how we wished it would play out. Because how you wished it would have played out, Brian would have got arrested and Gabby would have been sent on her way, wasn't going to be the way it would have happened. Gabby admitted to starting the fight. Gabby admitted to being the aggressor. Gabby would have went to jail, not Brian. That's just how it would have played out. Could it have been a good thing if it would have played out that way? Yes. 1,000% it could have been a good thing. 1,000% maybe what led up to happening a month or so later would have never happened because they would have stopped these two from being together for a little bit. So maybe what happened would have never happened, which is a possibility. But it wouldn't have went the way you all are saying it would have went. Gabby would have been the one going to jail. And her family suing the police department, they're not going to win that case. And if they do, they're just going to settle out of court for a real low amount just to get it out of their books so they don't have to worry about it. But them cops saved Gabby's ass that day, not Brian's. I'm on Gabby's side 1,000%. What happened to Gabby was bullshit. What the Laundrie family did to Gabby was bullshit. What Brian did makes him a piece of shit. But the facts are the facts. Gabby would have went to jail, not Brian. And the third and final thing in this case that everybody's bullshit and lying about, and even I fell for this, so I'm not leaving me out on this one. I 1,000% fell for this one too. People were saying that Roberta Laundrie put in the letter to Brian, "Do you want me to bring a shovel?" That was never, ever, ever, ever put in the letter. That's bullshit. It's a made-up story. It's fake. 1,000%. It's fake. It's just not true. How do I know it's not true? Because Gabby's mom and dad's lawyer said it's not true. Now, if it was true, he would have never said that. But he said he doesn't even know where the shovel thing come from. What was said in the letter is that she would send Brian a shift or some kind of tool that cuts bars in a cell if he went to jail. Now, that letter that she sent or gave him or whatever happened, I think it's worse now than how it would have been with the shovel. So with the shovel, it would have been after Gabby had passed. That everybody thought the letter happened after Gabby passed, and that there was a shovel. Was that whole after and the shovel? That whole part of that whole made up story is that a made up story that I fell for, lots of other people fell for, and it was straight up bullshit. That's not what the letter said. It didn't say anything about a shovel at all. Zero about a shovel at all. But to me, the letter's worse now than it was if it was the fake letter we were all talking about. Because now it's her telling him, after you do what you're about to do, I'll send you something to cut the bars to get you out of jail. And she gave this to him before Gabby died. To me, that makes it sound even worse. So I'm not trying to be an ass, guys, but if you're gonna tell the story, you have to tell the story. Don't half-ass the story. Don't leave parts of the story out. Don't freaking don't try not to fall for this shit. And like I said, the shovel thing, I fell for myself. I always thought there was a shovel. There wasn't, and there never was. I've always said that Gabby would have been the one to go to jail if anything would have happened today at the cops were out there with them. Gabby would have been the one to go to jail. I've always said that from the get-go, so I don't have to try to get out of that story. And then the new story that's been coming out that I covered at the beginning, where Brian was the one that wanted to do the van life and Gabby didn't. Yeah, I never said that either, so that news story is just straight up bullshit, and the shovel's bullshit. So, I hopefully you guys aren't mad at me. I'm not on Brian and the Laundry family side, like, at all. Like, at all. Like, I hope they get sued big time and they lose big time. I hope that's what happens. But if you're going to tell the story, tell the true story. Don't tell a made up story because it sounds better to get more views. Because your fans, the people that trust you and watch your stuff because they trust what you're going to say, if they keep finding out you're lying just to get more views, your fans are going to leave you, whether you have 2 fans or you have 1 billion fans. They're going to start leaving you if you don't tell the truth about what's going on in these cases. And that's what's going on. All 3 of these things that I talked about are bullshit. And would have went the opposite way of what they're being said. That's just what would have happened. Gabby wanted to do the van life. Gabby would have went to jail. Roberta said a shift, not a shovel. All them stories are BS. And people ran with them, including me. I'm not going to lie. I ran with the shovel one because I thought it was true. But try not to run with stuff, guys. Try to look into it more yourself to make sure before you say it that you know for a fact it's true. Because, like I said, you 1 fan or 1 billion fans, once they realize you're lying about stuff all the time, they're gonna not follow you anymore. And again, I hope the Laundry family loses their ass in the Petito lawsuit. I think the other lawsuit against the cops is either going to be paid off before it happens or not happen at all. But that's just my opinion. But what do you guys think? Comment below and let me know, because if I pissed you off in this or not, let me know.